Alright, so I'm just gonna give you a quick tutorial. Hold on, let me turn my normal display. Alright, so how to animate FNF Final CS4. You know, get your brush size wherever you want it to be, it doesn't matter. Just get your settings that you want. Draw your head. I'm just gonna do like a base. You know, because I don't feel like actually drawing shit. Alright, so you have your head, you know, just fill in the colors, that way you can actually have it correct. No, not black. Alright, so once once you draw in your head, you're gonna label it as uh, a symbol and make sure it's a graphic type. And then just label it whatever you want, so I'm gonna just label it head. Then you can add another layer and lock that layer. Then you can draw your body by just, draw whatever body you want. You know, who cares what this body looks like? But once you do that, you're gonna... Oh my fucking god. You're gonna color it in. Just gotta make sure that it's all the way colored in, because if the lines are a little bit out of shape or don't connect, it's not gonna work. So make sure that all your corners are closed, and that means like every single corner. But once you make the body, label it just body, and you can label as many body parts as you want, but just make sure it's to the point where you're able to still animate them pretty well and it doesn't get too confusing. So I would advise naming your layers. But once you make your like two or more like body parts, uh, you go into your library and then you make a new symbol and just label it idle or whatever you want your idle to be called. And then the animation is going to be at least 14 frames at least. But if you want it to go back and forth, kind of like bounce from here back down up to here and down, it will be most likely at least 30 frames or more. But since it's going to be just a pretty sure you want just a basic idle, it's going to be at least 14 frames. So when animating the body, well, align everything you want it in the place first. So the body's going to be the body is gonna be at least going up all the way at least to the 7th or 8th frame. So what you're gonna do first, every FNF file starts from going down and up. It doesn't start from going up and down. So make sure whenever you do idles, down, up, and I'll show you why. So when you load these parts in, you're going to start from going down. You're going to squish it down and make sure your anchor is all the way at the bottom of the block right here. And since this is going by 2 frames, since it's going by 2s, is going to be going move, blank space, create the next frame by clicking F6, going up a smidge, and then having another like still frame, F6 again, going up, and then squishing in. Okay, that looks blocky. Hold on, let me just fix that. Oh, goodness gracious, that does not look good right now. Yeah, sorry. It's like looking late as hell. But goes up, and then, like I said, another still frame. You can go up and go in. And you see like that. And so, make sure as well, make sure your FPS is on 24. And always keep a consistent brush size, because if you don't keep it consistent, it's going to look weird. And we don't want that. That's stinky. So keep a consistent camera zoom, consistent brush size, because depending on how zoomed in your camera is, that changes the brush size. So keep a camera size that's good for you, and keep a brush size that's good for you. because we like those things here. And if you want consistent, you have consistent if you can get your right settings down. So that's good. But once you get the body done, it's about 3 frames of movement, and it's going to be 14 frames in total. So if you see down here, this is the body layer. So it's going to be 1 frame, leave as a still, next frame moving up and going in slightly, next still frame, and then changing again. You can also study the Boyfriend FLA as an example as well for these animations. And for the head, it's going to be more than just, 3 frames of movement. It's going to be at least 5. So make sure your anchor is down here, and make sure you're on the first frame as always. It's going to start down like this. Okay. And then it's going to move with the body. So the head's going to go up a little bit. Okay, head's going to go up a little bit, move down a little bit towards the floor. Tweak that a little bit. Alright. It's going to go like kind of inwards for the second frame, kind of like bending, looking down. And then you can make another frame for the head, make it go up, and then kind of bring it back up. And now you're going to make, you're going to make a still frame, and it's still going to be going by 2s. So it's going to end on normally the 9th frame, if you're doing just a basic idle. And then you have your FNF idle, and you can go by any frames as you want, by 2s, by 3s, it doesn't matter. But if you want a like kind of FNF, actual like FNF idle, go by 2s. And the body usually goes by, goes up to like the 5th frame, usually. And the head goes up to the 9th frame. And then that's how you get a smooth-ish FNF idle. Of course, it's kind of late, so it's not going to look that good. But it's going to look better once you actually render it into a sprite sheet. So that's like a basic tutorial on how to do an FNF idle.